Alright, hiya folks, welcome back. My name is Elizabeth, and today is March 1st, Friday. It is week 5 of my 15-week goal to write 2 scenes per week. If you watched my last vlog, you would see that the last 2 weeks were a little bit rocky, and I only ended up writing 1 scene and then 2 bits of connective tissue for the whole 2 weeks when I was supposed to be writing 4 scenes, but it's fine. We've moved on, and I'm actually feeling optimistic about this week. I'm running my weeks from Wednesday to Wednesday. It's Friday, so I'm 2 days in, but that's also fine. So, I think part of the reason I'm still feeling good about this, like I can still get back to writing 2 scenes this week, is because I left off, I had written a scene, and then I had written the connective tissue, and then the next scene was not as piecemeal as the surrounding scenes are in this draft. I'm pulling scenes from draft 1 to make draft 2. Most of the scenes in this section of the book are very piecemeal, but this scene that I'm going to be working on is not piecemeal. So, I know what the scene is going to be. Scene order, not a problem. I already have connective tissue written. Connective tissue, not a problem. Which means I can just go right into writing this scene, which already has like a big chunk of it written, and isn't just a whole bunch of little flimsy pieces. So I'm feeling good about that scene. I feel like I can knock that one out, probably even today. I mean, maybe even today, hopefully today. And then I will have the rest of my week until Wednesday to do a second scene. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I can do it. Maybe those 2 weeks of break were actually very necessary because I'm actually feeling quite good today. So I'm hopeful. I am hopeful that I'm gonna get this done. We shall see. But I'm feeling good. Alright, so what I did today was I realized I hadn't updated my scene list, so I went through to update my scene list to figure out what scene I'm working on. Turns out I'm working on scene 20, which feels kind of good. It had been a while since I'd updated my scene list, so again, I'm not sure if what I've been calling scenes is the same as what I've been calling scenes in the past, but you know, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, my brain, it sorts the way it wants to sort, and sometimes I write it down and sometimes I don't. So, for now, I'm calling it scene 20. So I did that, and then I've been working on the connective tissue that I finished last vlog in order to connect to scene 20. Been just kind of expanding it. It doesn't need like too much, but it needs like a little bit. And then I'm going to go to bed because it is 12:30 in the morning and I'm tired. So I'm not going to work on the rest of the scene until tomorrow, but I am still feeling good about it. Alright, today is Sunday, March 3rd. Did I write yesterday? No, I did not. But I ended up yesterday, sometimes, you know, the days just get away from you. But I was able to edit and schedule a video to go up tomorrow, which is nice, good, successful. And then at the end of the last clip, when I was writing on Friday night, I don't even know if I said this, but I ended up adding about 2, oh boy, just came out from underneath my bed. I don't know if you can see him. About 2 sentences to the connective tissue between scenes 19 and 20. Just like a little, you know, je ne sais quoi. I don't know if it's gonna stay, because if you watched my last vlog, you would see that I hit a snag in scene 19 where a piece that I had pulled from draft 1 no longer fits in draft 2, and I didn't know how to fix it, so I just left it, and then I ended the scene, and so, you know, future drafts from now, scene 19 is going to change, which means the connective tissue will probably change, but it doesn't matter. For now, you know, it's good, and for draft 2, it's done. So now, today, I'm going to begin scene 20, and I have the next 3 days, including today, to write scenes 20 and 21, including connective tissue between the 2, in draft 2. I think I can do it. I'm feeling optimistic, feeling good. I got a muffin. I think I'm going to be able to do it. I hope so. We shall see. Why don't I like anything I write? So far I have added about 130 words to scene 20. Okay, so now it is the next day, Monday, March 4th. Last night went well. I finished scene 20. I ended up adding a net total of around 300 words. The beginning of scene 20 that I was working on was going very poorly, And I assume, I'm telling myself that's because the end of scene 19, if you watched my last vlog, ended up going poorly, and then the connective tissue was a struggle. So it just made sense that the beginning of scene 20 would be a struggle. But then I got kind of like into the scene, you know, and I was like working with stuff that felt good. And it all ended up feeling good. So I ended up being like happy with the scene. Like, it's definitely not final draft level of writing, but I feel like I'm at least writing again second draft level of writing, which feels so good. And last night in that scene, I actually ended up having fun working on that scene. It's been so long since I've had fun with my writing, and I am reveling in it. I'm still feeling good about the next scene. I'm actually feeling good about the next two scenes, I think. The connective tissue might be a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. So today, my plan is to work on the connective tissue between scenes 20 and 21, and then today and tomorrow start and finish scene 21. I don't think it'll be a problem. I have, you know, my new week will start on Wednesday. Today's Monday. All I have left is the connective tissue and scene 21 for me to be back on track. 2 scenes per week, and I'm actually feeling very good about it. So that's where we are. It's a positive update. I enjoy being able to give positive updates because it has been a long, long time. Okay, I have now added about 100 words of connective tissue between scene 20 and 21. We're making progress. Alright, it is now Wednesday, March 6th. I don't actually know what the date is, but it's Wednesday. The last time I filmed was on Monday, and you might think, you know, big gap, big sigh, it might mean I didn't finish my 2 scenes before Wednesday, my Wednesday to Wednesday goal. But actually, I did. So yesterday, I did finish scene 21. I added a net of about 170 words. You know, there was some adding and deleting going on. But I didn't film because I wasn't feeling great. I mean, there were at least parts of these past 2 scenes where I felt good, you know, and like, oh yeah, this is the right story that I'm trying to be telling. But then there were also like parts where I was like, you know, not feeling good. And like just feeling so like unfamiliar almost with like creating words, and it's just so frustrating. Why? Why does this happen? You know, I would like my experience of writing to be, you know, kind of like a steady emotion, perhaps, or even like a gentle incline of positive feelings of while I'm writing. But instead, my writing emotions always seem to go like this. And I feel like that makes for frustrating vlog viewing, and also frustrating writing for me. Okay, so what happened was...
Here's what happened.
I was writing, you know, as one does. And then I got kind of stumbly over the connective tissue between scenes 20 and 21, which, you know, I should have expected because the connective tissue always gets me down. But then I started feeling fear that the scene that I had labeled scene 22, that I was pretty confident was going to be scene 22, is perhaps too far away from scene 21 to work, and like the connective tissue between those would have to be either like really large. There's a cat scratching at my door. So the connective tissue would have to either be really large between scenes 21 and 22, or I would have to like create a whole new scene in there somehow, because I just wasn't sure the 2 scenes naturally connected, even though this is the scene that happens next. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So I started thinking, am I going to have to create a whole new scene, or should I pull a different scene from later in the book to connect the 2 scenes? Like maybe this isn't the proper order. Like maybe this shouldn't be in scene 22. And I don't know, I got very overwhelmed, and I wasn't sure what to be doing, and then I was thinking about all those things while trying to finish scene 21, and it was just a struggle because I shouldn't be thinking ahead like that when I'm working on a scene, but I was. So I ended up finishing it. So this week I accomplished scene 20, connective tissue, and scene 21. I did not write the connective tissue between scenes 21 and 22 because I was having a spiral meltdown and I wasn't sure what the connective tissue should be, or even what scene I should be connecting it to. So hopefully that will be in my next vlog next week. But I don't know, you know, I'm struggling. I wish I wasn't always struggling. I wish I could come to these vlogs and be like, writing is wonderful and I'm doing great. But I have not yet been able to do that. And it's kind of annoying for me because I want that to be the tone of these vlogs. But so far it's just been struggle, and that's But anyway, I did successfully write 2 scenes this week, which is a success, and especially because, my last vlog, I struggled. I struggled so much I didn't get the 2 scenes done. So, 2 scenes complete for this week. I guess that's good. Peace.